I'd give you a bit of an update in that it might help somebody else that has this problem. But, you know, I was saying about the saw kept kicking out. And I thought maybe, you know, changing that blade would make a difference. But that wasn't the problem. Though I have to say that a new blade does cut a lot nicer. You know, it makes a really clean cut. But I was still having problems with it kicking out. Well, it turned out it was the circuit breaker, you know, this little one here. But I think part of the problem, this whole switch assembly and circuit breaker are enclosed in this plastic box. Well, the box is kind of open where the wires run through at the top. And over the years, it had filled plump full of sawdust. So it was like an insulated container, you know. And I think that caused that circuit breaker to overheat and just weaken, because I replaced it with the identical circuit breaker. It's a 12 amp circuit breaker, and I haven't had it kick out since. Not when I was using it. I purposely overloaded to make sure it actually functioned and kicked out, and it does if I really feed it hard, you know. But in normal use, it hasn't kicked out. So it's something to keep in mind, you know, with that whole idea of having that plastic box open on the top, you know, that sawdust gets in. It actually would have been smarter to have the box the other way, you know, so that it would, you know, because moisture and stuff is bound to get in, you know, when it's up like that. That's just kind of a foolish setup, but it serves no real purpose anyway. And like I say, I think that insulating it with all that sawdust packed in there, I think that's what kicked it out. Well, another thing, I mixed up some pine tar and turpentine and did this handle. And at the same time, I brewed up some of the pine tar and turpentine with ochre mixed into it. Now, this is with the ochre in, but this is exactly the same mix as this. But that ochre, just a pinch of ochre, which is that naturally occurring pigment that I get out of the gravel piles. Okay. But man, that really looks good. It's a dull reddish brown. But I like that. And it really goes on to this rough cut wood. So I think you're going to be seeing more of that. You know, it's a classic look. And there is, you know, like this is the red ochre, which is an iron oxide, but there actually is a kind of a yellow ochre too that I might have to try to play around with. You know, it'd be interesting to do something in red and designs on it, or even like cut in and then paint that with that yellow ochre. You know, you're getting kind of traditional Scandinavian stuff there, but interesting. Boy, it just took a little pinch of it too. That goes a long ways.